Go.
Hey, Jared here. Got another video for you in my series of the CrossBreed holster reviews. And this one is on the Reckoning. And I'll have to tell you, this is by far my favorite one that I've owned. And I wear these all the time. And I've got one here I'll show you in the horsehide, and then this one here is in the black cowhide. And the leather on them, they're both quality leather. The horsehide is a little bit tougher, but at the same time it's better for you when you're coming into contact with sweat. And it does break in. It does take a little bit longer than the cowhide, but I don't really notice a difference on either one as far as comfortability. I'll take them both. And the thing I really like about these is just how small they are. You know, I mean, the bigger leather, the more leather on some of their other models, it's good for the support depending on where you're carrying them. I tend to go more towards like a 3 o'clock carry. And for that purpose, I think the smaller is the better for me. I'm just more of a minimalist type of guy. And I'll show you that I do have a couple different options. Well, at least only a couple options that I have here. We've got the regular metal clips, which are super sturdy. And as you can see here, they're embossed with the cross. So I like those. They're good to go over your belt, and they'll stay in place. The other ones I'll show you on this one here are what they call the J clips, and they're a little bit different. They're kind of the Kydex clips, but so far I haven't had any trouble with the durability on them. But these actually slide over your pants, and then your belt slides in over top of these, and then as if you're to draw your pistol out, your belt's going to catch on these hooks, and then it's going to keep that holster in place. Both of the clips are good. I probably lean more towards these metal clips that go over the belt. These J clips are a little less noticeable, but at the same time you also have to have more of a sturdy type pant, like a jean on, that's going to hold the weight of this a little bit. If you try to use these with dress pants, I found that it's a lot of weight for your dress pants to kind of be holding most of that up. It is doable. You do get a little bit of sag, but again, it is doable. So it comes down to preference on that for you guys. But I just wanted to show you the difference. And another thing I really like about these CrossBreed Reckoning holsters is the Kydex on these is thicker than their other ones. And this thicker Kydex is really nice. And then I also got more retentioning options. So as you can see here, you've got these different screws with the rubber in there. So if you were to tighten these down, you can put a little more pressure on your gun there. The other thing I wanted to show you is the Allen wrench here. This will put a little more pressure on the trigger guard, and as you tighten that up, I don't know if you can see that in there, but there's a little lever there. As you tighten that up, that'll put more pressure on the trigger guard. And so I just want to show you here, I've got this gun here, it's clear. And so if you're tightening these down, you'll get a little more pressure here on the slide. And then if you tighten this up, like I said, you'll get a little more pressure on that trigger guard. And you can put as much pressure on there as you want, or if you want a lighter, you can do that out as well, loosen that up. You will also get a little bit of kind of what I call built-in support as you're wearing this. Your body is going to be pressed up against the leather, and that's also going to be putting pressure against the pistol that way, so you're going to get some support that way as well. And like I said, these you can make as tight as you want. You know, you can get it to where it's not going to fall out, or if you like a little bit looser, you can loosen that up as well. And again, the other thing I really like about these too is just because of the minimal design on it, it's easy to take off and put on. Like say if you're going somewhere that you're not supposed to be carrying and you need to take that off, it's easy just to slip these off, pull the whole thing out while it's still holstered, and then, you know, if you need to slide that under your seat or something, and you can do that. Whereas it's a little bit more difficult with some of the other models, just because there's so much leather and the way it goes on, it's a little bit more difficult to put on, take off. But with these, it makes that process super easy. And I also like them just because it's easy to throw in my range bag, and I can keep them holstered that way, and it's not taking up that much space. The other thing I wanted to show you on this is sometimes the leather on this, like this one, I don't know if you can see a little bit, but it is sticking out a little bit past the Kydex there. And that will mold a little bit too. As the longer I wear that, it's going to mold to your body. But I want to show you on this one here, this on the more what is the full-size Glock, that because I try to wear about maybe 3 o'clock, and sometimes when your leg's moving it'll push up against that leather just with the extra length of the fuller size model. So what I did, I actually just took a box knife and I just cut this leather so it wasn't sticking out quite as far, trimmed that down, and then took a piece of sandpaper and just kind of sanded that down, and you molded it, and it doesn't look quite as good as it does come from the factory, but at the same time it's completely functional and works a lot better for me now. So again, these are the model for the Reckoning, and I'll say they are my favorite, and if you're looking into one, definitely check them out. And I will give a shout out again to CrossBreed Seconds. Great website. They've got different options down there. Sometimes you can find these on there, sometimes you can't, but you need to check them out, just see what their inventory has, and they're great people there.